Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. We had a pretty good day in the Average Joe trading room today, but I kind of started off on the wrong foot. Ended up digging myself in a hole. I didn't trade yesterday because we had some family situation on Sunday, and I spent all night up at my mom's. I got home after 3 and just didn't trade. And I think I had a hangover from watching Tesla run up all day yesterday. Because it was the only stock I had on my watch, and it just ran up. But I wasn't trading, so kind of spilled over into the day, and kind of got me off on the wrong foot. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. Yesterday morning, I didn't realize that I didn't have my audio hooked back up. Like I said, I was just out of sorts, and I didn't renew the morning show, so we had people that couldn't get in, and it was just a mess yesterday. I was really out of sorts, so it was good that I didn't trade like I wanted to. But I did get in a swing trade that ended up turning into a day trade, but we'll talk about that as well. But I talked about time yesterday morning, and a couple of people you couldn't hear me, and they wanted me to do this again, so I'm gonna do it one more time real quick. And all this was I was talking about how we look at time, and I talk to a lot of traders every week, and one of the most popular questions I get is, how long is it going to take me to be profitable? How long am I going to, is it going to take me to make money? And some people watch a video and think they can automatically be profitable. Some people take a class, and that class doesn't give them the direction they need. It doesn't teach them how to apply the fundamentals they learn, and they can't be profitable. So in this case, time is relative, and it's flexible, and it's all how we perceive it. Time is how we perceive it. And if we look at our life like this, say this is where we are, between 40 and 50, and we look at all of this time that passed, and now we look at what we have left. Now, I'm not saying that I'm planning on passing away at 80. I'm hoping to live longer than that. But just for the sake of this timeline, I use 0 to 80. So if we view our lives like this, like we're in the last third of our life, then everything that we do, we're going to be rushed to do it. We're not going to take our time. We're not going to sit back and enjoy and learn and take in and have things become a part of us. And trading has to be that way. You have to take your time, you have to learn, and you have to grow in steps, because you have to grow into being a trader. That's something that you're changing who you are. You're changing your value system. You're changing how you react to certain emotions. And that takes time. And you may not think about it that way, but it's not, point and click and collect your dollars. It just doesn't work that way. And what burns me up are those people that say you can learn in 3 months, or you'll be able to make money in 6 months. It is different for everybody. Some people may be good enough and may be a natural, and they may have the personality comes natural that they need to be a trader. But that's 1% of the population. The rest of us, we have to convert ourselves. So we can't look at time like this. So I had this same issue. I was like, man, I'm ready to get out of this job. I want to do this now. The market might not be here in a couple of years, and I need to make my money, and I need to get straight, and I need to get settled. And so all of this was just driving me and pushing me. So what I did was, I was like, look, let me flip this. And let me look at it this way. Okay, all of this time has passed. I can't worry about this anymore. I can't get this back. I don't care how much you bend time. You're not going to get all of this back. All I have is what's in front of me. And so how I space it out depends on me. How I see the time that I have remaining is going to be up to me. It's my perception of it. And this is the way I see it. I got all the time in the world. The first third of my life is over. Now I'm working on the last 2/3. And that's the way I see it. And that's the way you have to look at whatever time you have left. It doesn't matter if you're 60, if you're 65. You know, your timeline could go to 110. Who knows? But you can't look at it in this narrow window. You spread it out and you take your time and you let yourself develop into the trader that you need to be. Because if you don't, it's going to be difficult to continue to move forward and grow into that trader that you want to be. So, and this is what I was sharing, you know, how we have to look at time, how we can look at it differently. You know, Einstein said it himself, that time is actually relative and flexible. You know, and that dividing line between past, present, and future it's all an optical illusion. Because this is 80-year time span. This is an 80-year time span. How you look at it depends on you. How you break it up depends on you. And so I wanted to share that with you. And I wanted to help you understand that you don't have to look at this as you don't have a whole lot of time. You take your time. You do it right the first time so you don't have to continue spending money doing it over and over and over again. All right, so let's move on and let's start looking at some trades here that we took today. All right. All right, the first trade I took today was on Tesla. And remember yesterday, let's slide this back. See if we can look at yesterday's action here. All right, this is yesterday's. So we can see how yesterday Tesla started trading about 4 o'clock in the morning. And we kept going on and on and on. So here's the open. We ran up. Here's the open. And we just kind of grinded up all day. You know, nice move to the upside. We had a little pullback to VWAP. A little consolidation. And we started moving on up again. And we held the 20. You know, here we go, pull up. You know, pull back here to the 9 a little bit. Then we sold back off to the 20. A little bounce here. Then we consolidated. And we started grinding back up. You know, 50 shares you just throw in and let it go. You know, and the target was red to green line on the day. And that's exactly where it got to, and that's where it stopped. So today, I'm thinking we're going to get 300 today. I know we are. So I'm going to let the first candle print, and we're going to see what it's going to do. See if it's going to sell off. If it doesn't sell off, then we're going to get long. And that's what I did. However, the market had a different plan for me. I let this candle print. We made this strong move up. The VWAP pushed up. So when we got a base on the VWAP here, we're over the red to green line. We're over all the moving averages. So I take the trade. Looks good to me. And then we get a pullback. So I was like, okay, I'm in 50 shares, so I'm giving it a bunch of room. I know this stock can swing $2 or $3. But we've got the 20 here. We've got all of this, so we're probably going to pull back to the 20. This is probably the people taking profit that I thought would happen at the open, but it didn't. It's like people bought this thing up for some reason. It hit, 300. It looks like they started taking profit, and they continued to take profit, and they sold it off all the way down to almost 295, almost to this level here. So being in 50 shares, I ended up, let's see, get my closed position P&L up here. So being up, I got down $163. I gave it $3 and I had 50 shares. So that was $150. And, it nailed me. And then we had to bounce. And as you know, it considered the run up all freaking day. Went all the way up to 304 by lunchtime. This was the move I wanted. But ended up getting stopped out. And, I just told myself, look, if you can't play with the big dogs, you got to stay off the porch. And because of this, I had shut my platform down. I had reached my max loss for the morning. And I'm like, well, I just need to stop and get my head screwed on straight. And so that's kind of what happened. So, I didn't get back in this, but it made a nice move all day. Just beautiful trade. And a lot of people got it. If you didn't get caught up in this was a pretty decent trade all day. So that was my trade on Tesla. Lost $163 on it right out of the gate. All right, so the other stock I traded, NVDA. All right, here's an epic fail on it too. So I'm looking at it. My idea was to throw my 50 shares in Tesla and let it work. Just going to be an all-day trade. And I went ahead and I was looking at NVDA as an opening range breakdown. Here we are below the VWAP. We sold off. We're losing the VWAP here. So I got in. Right here below the low of this 5-minute candle. Of the open. Of the close. So I got in, quickly got bought back up and stopped me out. But I did get it, stay engaged, and I waited till we lost the VWAP here. Got short, covered. There were some levels in here. 101.05 was, let's see, 101.05 was the ultimate target. But here again, I got out. Here, I thought we were going to test this 9, and then I was going to get back in. And I was, going to take it down to here. But it didn't. No go on that. And, I did leave some of this meat on the table. Here, I got back in again over here. Now, I waited because the 9 was right here. I kind of waited till we got through the 9 and just no follow through on it. So I took some off here and then I waited and ended up getting stopped out at break even. It just never really materialized. So that was the NVDA trade. And with the stop out, I ended up $84.70 to the good, after the stop out, the first stop out. So I did make up that loss, plus I added 84.70 to the books. So not bad. This disappointed me. I thought we would get another move back down here, but we didn't. Eventually it did get there, but after it stopped me out is when we made this move, and it really made a decent move. You see, I got all the way down to almost 100. So didn't do as well on this. This stop out here caught me, and this is why I just shut it down. For a while, I just shut it down for a while because I had to get my head screwed on straight. I didn't want these two losses back to back to really define my day. All right, so the next trade I took was, let me see, what was that? FLT. Now this hit the reversal scan, and I was like, yeah, here was it was a level. See if I can remember what a level was. I think it was somewhere, it was 146.12, I think. Yeah, kind of right in there. And there was another level up here. But what it did, it bounced off of here. So I said, I'll go ahead and take it to the long side. And I took it, but it never did hit the 9. The 9 just rolled over and started coming in hard. So I was so disengaged with this that I missed the trend continuation. This is my bread and butter after the open. After the opening range trades, this trend continuation trade is my bread and butter. But I just blew this today. I have no excuse other than I blew it. I mean, it's all on me. I missed it. This was a beautiful trend continuation trade all the way down. This really paid today, but I missed it. Some people in the room got it. They know how I trade. They learn these setups, and they happen all day. Now, not all of them follow through this well. And if you get it, you take profit, it doesn't follow through, you still got a couple dollars in the bank. You're not going to go negative on it. But this was a beautiful, beautiful one. Would have made my day, but I missed it. Ended up going long here. Took a little bit, and you can see it was only, what, 20-some dollars? Like 23 bucks. That was it. All right, so the stock that I really been working, and actually I've been trading this stock for the last several days because it just keeps paying. It's like a portable ATM machine. It's what it is. I didn't take this at the open because I was stuck in that crap that I was doing. But had I done this and traded this with my 500 shares, I would have doubled this today. I could have had almost $1,000. And if you remember, back in 2015 when I started this and I was trading with $500, I would have $500, $700, $1,000 days consistently. This would have been a nice $1,000 day. This would have been a $1,000 trade had I traded it correctly. And I locked into this. This really wasn't supposed to be a day trade. This was supposed to be a swing trade. But it moved so well on no volume. I mean, this had less than 50,000 shares of volume traded per 5-minute candle. But it traded so well that I just day traded it. Yesterday I took this as a swing trade. And, because I wasn't day trading, I'll just say this was a swing. And, I talked about it in chat that this was what I wanted. I was looking to swing this. and I got in and it dropped. So I picked up a few $100s real quick. And this kind of did the same thing all day. I got short here, and I had an order for half sitting out here, a limit order, but it fell. It didn't fill here, but it finished filling down here. And then it ended up stopping me out here. We went back and tested the VWAP. Now, I didn't take this off the VWAP because the 20 and the 9 were here. I'm the type trader where I'm not going to risk this. I'm going to wait until we get through this before I give it a shot. Now, does that, mess me up on potential covers? Yeah. But I feel more comfortable getting in a short under this. I don't like shorting into support. And that's exactly what I would have been doing if I'd have got in here. I'd have been shorting into support. Even though it was off the VWAP, we had this support here. So I waited till we cracked the support, got down, got my first cover here, and then it bounced back, and this was my profit stop. Now I feel that this was might have been a bad profit stop here, but it worked out in the end because we really didn't get down much further. I was able to get back in here and, cover the rest here. And I covered it here because I saw the crazy price action coming in. And when you're locked into a stock all day, you can read that price action and everything kind of works out for you. So that worked out pretty good for me there. So I didn't plan on trading it anymore because I felt this would grind up. And there was a level here. What was it? 51.49. All right, and this is a daily level. And there's a big window between this 51.49 and I think 48 something. And I'm looking to get that move next on the swing trade. So I shorted right under this. I didn't think we were going to get there because actually what I was doing was I was curious about something. It was stupid. I won't even bring it up. But I was curious about something and we were talking about something in chat. So I shorted this just to see what it was going to do. I had no idea that we were going to have another move down. So I just put an order out here for what I got in at. I just put it at 51.15 because that's where the lower deviation band from the VWAP was. And sure enough, it just ran down there and took it out. And then it decided to drop down another 50 cents, which was awesome. But we are below this level, and I will be looking to short this tomorrow. Now, what's been happening with this is at the open, it gets bought up, and then we fade the rest of the day. So tomorrow I'm going to wait for it to open. I'm anticipating it to get bought up. And then once we lose this level again, I'm going to get short. And I'm going to let it ride most of the day. That's my plan on it. So had a fairly decent day. I'm not going to say that it was perfect by any means. If I didn't have this big loss, had I re-engaged, Tesla would have paid very nicely. Like I said, I could have had easily $1,000 day. And this would have been a couple $100 on 50 shares. This, I don't know if I could have done any better. But this definitely I could have doubled. I could have really had a decent day. But we're going to go back. I'm going to do some more reflecting on this. I'm trying to see whether, what I could have done differently. I could have gotten in with more size. But I still don't think I would have made the money that I really wanted to make. I think the only mistake I really made on this trade was, number one, not taking it early when it ran up and started to run down. This is what it's been doing every day. At the open, it goes up and it hits a plateau, then it pulls back and it stays below the VWAP the rest of the day. We just sell off. So I'll be looking for that same trade tomorrow on this. Once something proves to me that it works and it doesn't need all that volume to work, then I'm on it. All right, so tomorrow, guys, we're going to have our sneak peek Wednesday. So make sure you come for that. It's going to start with the morning show at 8:30. And then after that, you just hang around and you'll get to watch the first hour of chat. You get to watch what we do. Hopefully we'll have a decent trade. And if this works out, you'll get to see me trade this again. But all you have to do is go to averagejoetrader.com. Click on the morning show button. It's right there for you. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. This is all you got to do. Go to the website, click on this picture, and it'll take you right to it. All you'd have to do is go to it, type in your email, click in a webinar, and you should be in. That's all it takes. All right, so that's all I got for you guys today. So come check us out tomorrow. If you like what you see, come join us. We're all about education. We're all about teaching you how to trade. I'm not there to give you and blow smoke and use smoke and mirrors to try to show you, how to make money. You see me make it, you see me lose it every day. It's raw, it's unedited, and it's uncut. So if you want real, you need to join, you need to join us. So I hope to see you guys in the morning. Have a great evening, a great night, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow.